Greetings, fellow detectives, and welcome to Boiler Room Detective. The case of the non-opening gas valve. The customer called and said one boiler was down and asked me to check it out. Troubleshooting the boiler, I discovered the safety shutoff valve wasn't opening. This was found by connecting a pressure gauge to the inlet of the valve and another downstream of the valve. Once I verified the valve was electrically energized, I knew the valve wasn't opening. The weird thing was I heard the valve open, but had no gas going through it. After informing the owner, I stopped by the Honeywell distributor and picked up a replacement valve for $200. The next day I replaced the valve and tested it, but nothing. Could this valve be defective also, I wondered? Then I noticed the copper vent tubing. I checked the adjustable bleed valve connected to the vent on the gas valve. It was wide open. The adjustable bleed valve slows the valve opening speed to make for a smoother and quieter light-off or ignition. After unscrewing the tubing from the bleed valve, I tried it again and the gas valve opened, and the burner started. I cursed myself for missing the plugged vent pipe. Then I wondered if the original valve was even defective. I knew the distributor wouldn't return the valve after it was installed. The original valve was reinstalled and the burner ran great. I disconnected the vent tubing from the upstream gas pressure regulator and plugged it. These were the only two components connected to the vent pipe. I connected high-pressure air to the vent tubing, and I blew whatever was inside out. It was most likely a spider or bug. After reconnecting the vents, the boiler ran great. I explained what happened, and the owner and I laughed about it. I kept that valve on the shelf in my office to remind me to check everything before condemning the valve. It was my $200 mistake. We get several service calls each year as a result of a plugged gas train vent. Spiders and dirt find their way in. Please see below if you would like to see how I size gas train vents. There are a couple things to consider when sizing a gas train vent. If the gas train has a block and bleed type gas train, the vent valve between the two gas valves cannot be combined with the other component. That vent has to be piped on its own. The other gas train components can all be combined. When sizing a common gas train vent, I like using a formula I found at Philadelphia Gas Works. Let's assume we'll be venting the following gas train components. One gas pressure regulator with a 1/2-inch vent connection, two safety shutoff valves with a 1/4-inch vent connection, two gas pressure switches with a 1/4-inch gas connection. The total on those is 0.72 inches. When you consult a chart, a 1-inch pipe with an internal area of 0.864 will be large enough to handle all the components. If you would like to contact me, my contact information is here. In addition, I have two websites. BrewingWithSteam.com has my monthly blog posts on steam systems for breweries, and Fire Ice Heat is my company website. I have written 11 books on boilers, and they are available on Amazon. In addition, you can find some of my writings in these fine publications. Thanks for stopping by Boiler Room Detective, and I hope to see you on the next case.